Open three is good.
Shot towards the goal. Oh, quick third.
Nice.
Tough. Shooting is scored.
Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of October 17th. I'm John Jacobson.
I'm Jay Wilcox. Today on the show, conference cross-country highlights, plus we'll hear from a local conference championship team in that sport.
And we'll have plenty of prep football, plus meet a soccer standout from Wayzata in our Sports Jam Spotlight. Up first, soccer playoff action. Saturday turned into a day of upsets in the Section 5AA boys tournament. 3 local teams topped the seedings and all had tough games. Top seed Park Center hosting 8 seed Mounds View. Scoreless in the second half. Park Center's want to hear buries the penalty kick though, and it's 1-0 Pirates. Mustangs get a PK of their own, and Armando Jenkins Vasquez scores to level it at 1. And Jenkins Vasquez comes through again with a great shot from long distance into the upper corner. That goal effectively ends Park Center season. Mounds View goes on to win 2-1.
Champlin Park was the number 2 seed in Section 5AA, and they'd come on strong in the latter part of the regular season. The Rebels faced Spring Lake Park in the section quarterfinal round. A Rebels miscue cost them as Cullen Anderson blocks the clearing attempt and goes in alone to score. Spring Lake Park takes an early 1-0 lead. Champlin Park gets a good chance as Caleb Aronson's blast hits the goalpost for a near miss. Spring Lake Park's Hussein Altamimi gets a little space and he doesn't miss, hitting the top corner for a 2-0 lead. Late in the first half, Drew Collins sends it ahead and it bounces over the defenders. Manuel Gonzalez puts it away with 3 seconds left in the first half to pull the Rebels within 2-1. But they can't get anything past Anders Dahl in the second half as Champlin Park is eliminated 2-1 by Spring Lake Park.
While their girls are still in Section 5AA, Maple Grove is in Section 8AA in boys soccer. They took on St. Michael Albertville in their quarterfinal round match. Knights with a long free kick in the first half that's deflected right to the head of STMA's Jonah Hoy. He redirects it into the back of the Crimson net. That ties the match at 1. Maple Grove retakes the lead here. Riley Gill passes ahead to Ryan Dubois, who kicks it past the keeper and in. Crimson lead the match 3-1 at halftime. STMA threatened to tie it in the second half. Tanner Songsted's corner kick grabbed by Crimson goalie Peter Spock to keep it 3-2 at this point. Maple Grove gets a little breathing room a few minutes later. Wild scramble for control of the ball off this free kick by the Crimson. Finally, Joshua McTamus is free and he boots the ball home. Maple Grove leads 4-2. Jeff Clune sets up Juan Wantilla for Maple Grove's 5th goal of the night, and the Crimson go on to win it 6-3. However, in the semifinals Saturday, the Crimson traveled to Moorhead to take on the 2nd-seeded Spuds, and they lost 3-2, ending Maple Grove's season.
The unbeaten Wayzata boys are the top seed in Section 6AA. They open the postseason at home against Armstrong. Wayzata's Mirshad Arani sends a low corner kick right to Drew Gallinson, and he puts it away for a 2-0 lead. Second half, and McLean King with a nice through ball to Patrick Weah, and the Trojans freshman buries it for a 3-0 lead. Wayzata buzzes the net again, and the Armstrong clear comes to the foot of Eric Adalan, and he puts a low shot home as the Trojans win at 5-0. In Saturday's semifinals, Wayzata beat South 4-2, while Hopkins lost to Washburn 3-2, so it's Washburn at Wayzata for the section title Tuesday at 5 p.m.
The Wayzata girls hosting Minneapolis South in the quarterfinals. First half, Lily Gilbertson centers to Marissa Calcart, nifty redirect, and a 2-0 Trojans lead. Nice ball here by Grace Colpine to Morgan Turner. She outruns the defense for a shot and goal, and a 4-0 Trojans advantage. Late first half, Calcart threads the needle. The freshman Megan Prazic, and her goal gives Wayzata an 8-0 lead. They go on to win 13-0. In the semifinals Saturday, Wayzata beat Cretin-Derham Hall 3-0 with Washburn downing Hopkins. So like the boys finals, Washburn versus Wayzata in the championship. We'll meet Wayzata's Morgan Turner later in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And here's a look at some of the other soccer sections with local seeds. The Prairie Seeds boys, like Park Center and Champlin Park, couldn't avoid the upset bug in Section 5AA. The third-seeded Lycans were knocked out by Centennial. In Section 5A, top seed Totino Grace is shocked by 9th seed Columbia Heights 1-0. Blake ousts Brooklyn Center 5-0. Benilde eliminates number 3 seed De La Salle 2-1, while defending section champ Breck wins 4-1 over Fridley. In the semifinals Tuesday at Breck, it's Columbia Heights versus Blake at 5 o'clock and Benilde against Breck at 7. The winners meet Thursday at 5 o'clock at St. Louis Park.
In girls soccer in Section 5AA, third seed Champlain Park visits number 2 seed Maple Grove in the semifinals Tuesday night, along with Coon Rapids at Centennial. The winners play Thursday night for the title. In Section 5A, Totino Grace beat Breck 5-0. Heritage Christian falls 1-0 to Legacy. Maranatha West Lutheran is knocked out by Blake, and Cooper falls 1-0 to Benilde. Totino Grace meets Legacy in the first semifinal at 5 o'clock Tuesday, with Blake playing Benilde in the second game. Those games are at Benilde St. Margaret's. The title game Thursday at St. Louis Park High School.
Now to volleyball, where the regular season is winding down. Armstrong's had a good season. The Falcons hosting Maple Grove on senior night. Armstrong super sophomore Lauren Clark finds the deep corner as the Falcons build a lead and win the first set. Maple Grove plays better and leads for much of the second set. Alexi Preed gets the kill here as the Crimson grab a 9-8 lead. But Armstrong rallies to win the second set as well. Kelsey Ripperger fools the Crimson with the setter dump, and the Falcons pull out a 25-23 win. They take the third set as well as Riley Fry pushes it to the deep corner for a point as Armstrong sweeps Maple Grove.
The state True Team girls swimming and diving meet was Saturday. Lake Conference teams take the top 3 spots in Class 2A, with Wayzata finishing 3rd behind EDINA and Minnetonka. Another Lake Conference team, Eden Prairie, is 5th. Armstrong places 8th. Breck was 5th in Class A.
So tapering time now, and then section meets take place the second week in November.
That's right. Still to come here on Sports Jam. Highlights from the final Friday night of regular season football, plus dual local winners at one cross-country meet. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. Several local schools ran in conference cross-country meets in the past week,
including 2 in the Lake Conference, where the girls were up first on a windy day at Gale Woods Farm. Wayzata senior J.C. Thompson continues her strong season, winning the race in a time of 18 minutes, 22.78 seconds. EDINA gets 5 runners in the top 10 and wins the team championship. Hopkins' Elizabeth Klecker is 9th overall. Great finish in the boys' race. Hopkins' Seth Eliason runs down EDINA's Patrick Ruse at the wire for a gutsy win to take first in 15 minutes, 42 seconds. Wayzata's Khalid Hussein is 4th. The Trojans get 5 runners in the top 10, and they win the team title. Here's what the 2 individual winners had to say after their races.
You know, I'm really happy with how I'm running right now. It's been a bit of a challenge without having those guys that graduated last year. They were some of my best friends and my training partners. Workouts have been harder, but for being alone, I'm very happy with how I'm running.
It feels so good. I put in so much work with all the girls on my team, and it's just awesome that I can lead a pack of such amazing girls and such talented athletes. It was really awesome.
Here are the final team scores. Wayzata's boys with 33 points finished first, with EDINA second, Minnetonka third, followed by Hopkins and Eden Prairie. EDINA's girls are runaway winners, well ahead of runner-up Wayzata and the rest. Minnetonka is third, then Eden Prairie and Hopkins. Section meets are next week.
There is a lot more of a crowded start in the Northwest Suburban Conference with 14 teams racing. The boys are up first at Elk River Golf Club for the NWSC meet. Maple Grove's top-ranked Alex Miley races to the win in a time of 15:46.2 as longtime rival Reed Kurak of Centennial is second. Kevin Dado of Totino Grace struggling a bit at the end, but he holds on for third. Maple Grove runs well. Justin Bracob is 6th, and teammate Blake Iverson 9th. The Crimson take 5 of the top 13 spots to win it. And the girls take the course. An Irondale 7th grader, Elizabeth Van Loon, races to the conference title. Her time is 19:40.1. The top local girl is Armstrong's Lucy Anderson in 10th place. Maple Grove's Ava Lanou is 14th. The Maple Grove boys roll to the win with 41 points. Armstrong is the next local team in 4th. Totino Grace and Champlain Park are 8th and 9th, Osseo 11th, and Park Center 14th. Anoka, Centennial, and Andover are the top 3 girls teams. Maple Grove, Armstrong, and Champlain Park are 6, 7, and 8. Park Center is 11th, Osseo 12th, and Totino Grace 14th. And we'll hear from the Maple Grove boys later in the show.
Now to football, where Cooper aimed to stay undefeated heading into Wednesday's regular season finale against Spring Lake Park. They faced Irondale in Game 7. Third quarter, the Knights pinned deep in their own end. Cooper's Jordan Brown forces a fumble. Ivory Jones recovers in the end zone for a Hawks touchdown. And it's a 21-0 Cooper lead. Fourth quarter, Cooper on the doorstep. Ante Brown powers in for the 1-yard score. The Hawks stay unbeaten with a 28-7 win. It's set to face 7-0 Spring Lake Park on Wednesday.
Maple Grove is on a roll after a couple of losses earlier. They got a good test on Friday. Senior night at Maple Grove as the Crimson hosted Prior Lake. Quarterback Brad Davison on the option keeper reaches the ball over the goal line for a 4-yard touchdown as the Crimson take a 7-0 first quarter lead. Still in the first, and Davison looks right and then spots a wide open Kai Carlson down the left sideline. He's just in bounds for a 25-yard scoring strike. It's 14-0 Maple Grove after a quarter. But Prior Lake strikes back twice. Down 14-6, they go halfback option. Cody Cashmark finds a wide open Tyler Knutson for a 48-yard touchdown. They again miss the PAT, and it's 14-12 Crimson at the halftime break. Third quarter, and Davison on the keeper runs into some traffic, but he powers through and again just gets the ball over the goal line. Maple Grove goes up 21-12. Prior Lake again has an answer though as Jacob hits, throws, and Knutson makes a good adjustment to a slightly underthrown pass. That covers 55 yards. The Lakers are within 21-19. Late in the game, 4th down for Prior Lake, and they get the first down and much more as Preston Jellin gets loose down the sideline and goes the distance for a 43-yard TD. A 2-point conversion makes it 27-21 Lakers with 2:14 left. But Maple Grove comes through in the clutch as Davison waits for Jack Dugan to break open, and he hits him for the touchdown. Andy Peterson's extra point gives Maple Grove a wild 28-27 win. Champlain Parks also had some exciting finishes this fall. The Rebels had another close one as they played at Anoka in the battle for the paddle. The Rebels work a screen pass here. Ben Otto gets rid of it just in time to Romello Adkins, who gets in for the touchdown. Champlain Park takes a 7-0 lead in the second quarter. They add to the lead as Otto is pressured again, but he finds Christian Schmidt. And Schmidt will just reach the end zone before he's blasted out of bounds. It's a touchdown, and it's 14-0 Rebels. Anoka answers as quarterback Jared Wilbur scrambles, then finds Ryan Wesp waiting in the end zone. The Tornadoes score right before halftime to pull within 14-7. To the fourth quarter, and Champlain Park leading 17-14 until Ollie Nye goes 8 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. Anoka holds on for a 21-17 win over Champlain Park.
With a school in each of their football districts dropping their programs before the season, Brooklyn Center and International Falls each had an opening in their schedule for this fall. And that unlikely pair were matched up for the Centaurs' homecoming game. First quarter, and the Broncos' Nick Hedke carries the ball in from 2 yards out, putting International Falls ahead 6-0 after one. Second quarter, and Centaurs quarterback Davia Gabor keeps it and led to the front quarter of the end zone on a 5-yard run. This ties the game up at 6. Next offensive series for Brooklyn Center. Tyler Miller takes the handoff. He gets to the edge and heads down to the sideline to score on a 36-yard run. Brooklyn Center leads 12-6. Game's tied 12-all at halftime. Third quarter, Hedke in for his third touchdown of the night. International Falls back in front, 18-12. But the Centaurs rally with 2 more scores on the ground, including this one by Miller in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn Center wins its third game of the season, 26-24. Is the final. Some exciting games there, Jay.
Yeah, always nice to see some close ones that go down to the end like that. Next in our Sports Jam Spotlight, Jason Melillo profiles a Wayzata soccer standout who is hoping to lead her team back to the state tournament. The Wayzata girls soccer team is headed to the final of the Section 6 AA tournament and fighting to make it back to state. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, Jason Melillo profiles Trojan senior Morgan Turner.
Morgan Turner is fast and tough, and according to Wayzata head coach Tony Pesnecker, might have the hardest shot of any player to come through the program. But Turner is an elite player because of how she sees the game.
She's clearly one of our players that are at that level, and you know, the top players, I mean, that's something that kind of sets them aside from the other players. We've mentioned it with some of the other players as well. They see things that some of the other players don't see, or if they do see it, it's already too late. And that's what, you know, brings players into the elite level. And you know, at the club level, that's why she's playing at an ECNL level, because she's got those types of abilities. It goes beyond just how fast are you and how far can you kick a ball. You need those intangibles, and she clearly has those.
I think she's a very attacking-minded player, so I think she sees the ball like when it needs to go forward, when we have to cut back and serve it in, and she's always there at the end of the crosses, and I think she is one of those players that can read the game ahead of everyone else.
Turner was good enough to make the Trojan varsity as a freshman, but she wasn't just filling a roster spot. Turner racked up 10 goals in her first season of varsity soccer and has improved every year since.
All the other players on the team helped me feel comfortable, and they really made it a lot of fun for me, so I think that helped a lot. And yeah, I mean, I just really enjoyed my freshman year, especially, and since then it's been really fun too. I mean, my team has helped me so much to improve, and both on my club teams and my high school teams have really pushed me to be a better player and to work hard, and obviously, like, my coaches have helped me a lot too. So I feel really lucky that I could have played on such good club and high school teams and have such great coaches too.
The expectation, right or wrong, for Wayzata soccer is to contend for a state title every fall. But fulfilling that expectation has proved elusive for Turner and her classmates. In Turner's freshman and sophomore years, the Trojans missed the state tournament, and last year they lost in the first round. Making it to state this season and playing for a state title is the ultimate goal for Turner.
Yeah, definitely. We all really want to make it to US Bank Stadium, and I mean, it's my last year, so we're definitely going to make the most of it. And we have big goals this season, and I think we're all ready to work hard and see what we can accomplish this year.
There's certainly enough motivation for them to get there. And of course, this year there's a little extra motivation with the brand new US Bank Stadium. They'd like to get there, along with every other team in the state would like to get there. So there's a lot of people that have got the same kind of drive that they're looking forward to.
Turner will attend DePaul University in Chicago next year, where she'll play Division I soccer for the Blue Demons. DePaul's head coach is Aaron Chastain, formerly Aaron Hussey, who was All-State at Wayzata and later All-Big Ten with the Gophers as a player back in the 1990s. John talks cross-country with the Maple Grove boys up next.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. Conference races in cross country were last week. Section meets are coming up next week. Maple Grove boys will be one of the favorites in Section 5 AA, and they join us today on the show. We'll start with Isaac Holcomb, one of the seniors. And Isaac, first of all, kind of cap this year for me. How has this season gone for the Crimson?
This season is going really great. We've all been working really hard. We've put in the grind, and now it's fun to see all of the hard workouts we have come to life into what we're actually running in our races.
How much do you guys push each other to get better each day, and over the summer even getting ready for the season?
There's definitely a lot of team competition. We always push ourselves during workouts, and during workouts there'll always be a top finisher, which is Miley, and then the rest of us will kind of stagger in there wherever. And it's really fun because we all still love each other anyways.
Is it fun watching Alex run and having him kind of lead the pack?
Well, he's always too far ahead for me to ever see him, but it's always fun to see him after. And he's always a great guy to have around.
Section meet coming up next week. What do you expect there?
I expect it's going to be hard. We usually run fast there, but so do all the other teams. We missed it last year, and that was kind of sad because we worked so hard, but this year we're hoping to come back and push it.
Good luck next week at the section meet.
Thank you.
Alex Miley, one of the top runners in the state of Minnesota, and for you personally, what has this season been like?
I mean, it's been a great season so far. Still have more to do, but I mean, it's been a great confidence booster in the races this year, but just got to keep working hard with the team and see where it goes.
Got a little bit of time before the section meet. What do you work on to try to get better as a team in those 10 days before that meet?
I think we'll start with a lot of pacing stuff. We don't want to work our legs too hard, but we want to click on all cylinders with the pacing and start getting like longer workouts in. So that'll probably be what the thing GIF will implement this season. So yeah.
You've ran at Anoka before. Do you like the course they have there?
Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, very fast course. We usually run there a week before. We're going to go out and compete, see what happens like conference, but I hope we have the talent to do so, but we're just getting every day. That's why you run the race.
Good luck in the section meet.
Mr. Jacobson.
All right. Thank you very much. And Matt Gifford, tell me about this group of guys and how special this team is and how hard they worked to get to this point.
I mean, this is definitely the most talented group of runners that I think I've ever had, and they work so incredibly hard, and they talked about it earlier that they come in and work out day to day super well, and they've had a lot of good runners ahead of them that have taught them how to do that well, and a lot of our alumni have taught them well, but these guys really work hard and they compete against each other, but yet, like Isaac said, they're like a bunch of brothers. They quarrel together, but they come together and they love each other at the end. So,
how about the Anoka course? I asked Alex about it. How did you like it as a coach, and how does it suit for your team?
Oh, I love it. I ran it back in high school, and it's a super fast course. There's a little bit of sand and stuff here and there, but it's fantastic. Golf courses generally are a little bit softer, whereas this course is definitely not.
How about the other tough teams that you're going to have to beat to get to state?
Mounds View is really tough this year. They've competed extremely well at every meet they've been to. I think they're undefeated at this point. Centennial's been racing against us quite a bit this year.
Good luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Maple Grove boys cross country team will be one of the teams competing next week, next Thursday in Anoka at the Section 5AA boys and girls cross country meet, October 27th. We'll take a break and come back with more Sports Jam. First, though, our plays of the week.
Local Vote 2016 focuses on the candidates that make key decisions affecting your life close to home. As you decide how to vote for people who will represent you on your city council, on school boards, and in the state legislature, hear from the candidates themselves first, whether it's a candidate profile on 12 News, a local political forum, or election night coverage. Find it all on Channel 12.
Our games of the week are the two Section 6AA soccer finals. The Wayzata girls and boys teams each host Washburn on Tuesday night. Check our website, 12.tv, for replay times for those games. And that's it for this week's show.
It is a busy, compact week with playoff soccer and football regular season finales on Wednesday. We'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.